Hey you guys! So I'm back out here in nature and I'm picking up on some new vibes hitting the planet right now, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this and even give you guys what would be tips or advice on how to get connected with this thing, okay? So one thing that's really been entering into my world is all about self-love and all about self-healing. So we're kind of entering into this new zone with energy, and it's asking us to get connected with our hearts. Get out of the mind, get into the heart, and allow the heart then to be your divine timing, to be your guidance forward. And a heart-based living is full of excitement, full of movement, full of fun. There is no stuck. If you're in the flow of your heart, there is no stuck. If you're in the flow of your mind, you are going to get trapped in that thing, and it's going to be a prison, and it's going to be hard to transition out of that. So you got to get into the heart flow, and you just let things move, and you get into that flow without resistance. There's going to be bugs out here. So, all right, anyway. They're going to get me too, but I am not going to worry about that. Okay, so one of the things that I've been noticing, like I was saying, is I'm really getting into this vibe hardcore about really connecting with my body and really exploring what my body needs are. And a lot of my life, my life has been really associated with what is my, where's my emotional status and my mental status, because those ones are really loud. You start feeling emotional turmoil, and that head of yours is not going to stop. It's going to rumble and rumble and rumble and think, and you're going to feel it even more, and it's going to take you down and down and down. So my world has been really trying to get out of that cycle of like self-punishment, self-persecution, judgment of others, I'm a failure, like all that type of stuff, depression, severe depression, you know, in a world that is afraid of itself, basically. And I'm afraid to be myself in this world, so I'm not really following my heart like everybody else. We're all just sheep following sheep in a world that is afraid of itself, and we're all still living in our heads. So I'm out of that realm now. I'm transitioning out of that realm. And I'm starting to feel so vibrant and so balanced emotionally, mentally. I mean, I have crazy days where I'll go on a walk and I have nothing to think about. It's actually weird. It's so weird. Like, what am I supposed to do when I have nothing to think about? Is that like a perfect life? I'm not used to it. It's almost too quiet sometimes, but it's actually really cool because I don't have anything to worry about, to ponder about, to dream about. I actually feel like I have everything I need. I don't need anymore. I am all that I need. And my life is totally harmonic and totally in balance. And it wasn't easy to get to this point. I had to ruthlessly fight my way here. But the more I follow my heart, the more I get here, and the easier and the easier and the easier life gets. And now I'm in that place where I'm ready to really concentrate on what my body needs are. I've lived this life along with all these other lifetimes, and I have these energies that I store in different places in my body, and it's time to go into those body zones, see what those energy vibes are, and start nurturing and loving myself, okay? This is so easy to do, and it literally only takes 5 minutes. Literally only takes 5 minutes to do it, and it's going to change your life. And I'm telling you, if I would have watched a video like this a couple years ago, I would have been annoyed. You know, who's this perfect person in a perfect world, you know, trying to give me advice on how to live happy? What does she know? You know, I would have been like, yeah, 5 minutes to give love to my body. Well, I guess I could do that. I'm just not ready for that yet. Well, I wasn't ready for that a couple years ago because I was so hurt inside. I was so broken inside from the path. But I found my way beyond it, and I'm in this space, and I'm realizing now that if I would have just started to love myself then, I would have been getting to this path way sooner, and it would have been way easier. And it's so worth it. Just so freaking worth it. So I encourage you, because I'm going to chill out and go into a spiritual zone, because that's what I do for a living. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to relax my body. This is you also chilling out and relaxing your body. This is advice that is going to change your life for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. It actually just, you watch the video, you learn the technique, and then it changes your life. Bam! That's all you got to do. Watch the video and give this technique a try. It's so worth it. It's so easy. So you just relax, okay? Doing it together. This is a body healing exercise. Telling my spirit guides. So I'm talking to him about the different ways that I've been healing my body recently. One way is really simple. I just simply give my body a blessing. So we can bless our food, which is something I've been doing like every single time. I bless my food every single time. I go into these zones where I do it, and then I fall out of these zones, and I'm like really hardcore in the zone with blessing my food. And I'm not just saying thank you for this food. I'm saying I allow this food to be my body's medicine. I allow this food to enrich my mind and my emotions, my heart, my body. I allow this food to transform my life, and I share a gift of love with every single soul that brought this food into my life. All the animals, all the nature spirits, all the human beings that prepared the butter and the spices and the, and the meats and the vegetables and cooked this meal for me, and brought this meal into my life on this plate that I'm eating it on. Like, I bless the whole span. And you start to realize how freaking important every single soul is in order to simply just bring a meal into your life. It's incredible. So I'm doing this with my body too, okay? And I'm blessing my body. A simple technique is just to say, thank you, body, for being in this existence, for being this accessibility for my soul, for welcoming my soul into you. I love you so much. You are my beautiful body, my radiant, beautiful body, my spiritual body, my interdimensional body, my access to the universe through being human. And I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so proud to be you, and I'm so thankful for you. And now I enter into what is a breathing exercise, okay? This stuff works, and it's easy. So I breathe in really deeply through my nose. So I'd be like, okay. So I breathe in love, all right? Breathe in love through my nose. Exhale what no longer serves my purpose, which is also love. People think that it's negativity, it's judgment, it's this. Well, that stuff is love too. It's just the harmony of love that you're saying, it's not my tune. I'm not listening to that song anymore. So that song of love that was judgment and self-punishment and depression, and however you want to look at it, however you want to define it, that was love too. But I'm just going to let go of that love now, because I'm breathing in Christ conscious style love. I'm bringing in breathing in Mother Mary style love, Jesus style love, Buddha style love, Mother Teresa style love, Mother Earth style love. I'm going to breathe that into my totality, and then exhale what no longer serves my purpose, which is another tune of love. I'm okay letting go of that. So we see everything as a reflection of love, but we got to start weeding through those reflections of love to see what really is all about love. When it's heartfelt and it's moving and it's transformative and it's healing, and it helps us see who we are in the mirror. All our little nuances that are attracting certain things into our life, and we love ourselves for that. We don't judge ourselves. We don't feel ashamed. We don't feel embarrassed when we did something wrong. We do feel those things, but that's okay, because now you need to give yourself a hug and say it's okay. I'm perfection in the making, so to speak. Although I don't like the word perfection. I'm just love in progress. Let's put it that way. We're love in progress, okay? So we're blessing the body. We simply say really kind things to our body in a focused manner. It's not hard. This is seriously not hard. If you're telling me that this is hard, then there's something else going on in your spiritual atmosphere that is resist. I don't want love. I want that love to get away from me. My life is not welcoming that experience on a regular basis. And whenever I think about this type of love, it pisses me off. It makes me angry. It makes me feel like it's for everybody else and not for me. So it's like, wait a second. That's something in your spiritual atmosphere that there's an opportunity to actually go into whatever that upset, that hurt is, and ask yourself, why am I resisting love? Why am I resisting love right now? And you go into your heart, and your heart shows you a memory of being a kid, and one day you got made fun of on recess, and it stuck with you. And that's how you feel even right now as an adult in some weird way. It still kind of feels like that. And you feel hurt, and nobody was there to say that you were good enough, to give you a hug, to wipe the tear away. And you were so hurt and angry inside and embarrassed and ashamed. And it was because all the kids did that to you. And now you're an adult, and it still feels like, in a weird way, that's kind of your lifestyle. I don't know what it's going to be, but your heart will say something. You see now why connecting with your body is so valuable, because how you react to that love, that is actually healing love. If you react negatively, that's an opportunity now to heal, okay? And reacting negative is actually a good thing, because it gives us stuff to work on. It gives us stuff to work with, and we see that negativity, and it's time to let that one go, okay? So now we don't know exactly where it's coming from. Let's just say I'm not hearing my heart say anything to me. I just feel angry. I'm sizzling. I'm pissed. Okay, that's all right. Now we have a bubble here. We got the example. I'm actually experiencing. I'm visualizing. I'm daydreaming. There is bam, bubble. And I'm in my heart here. This bubble of negativity is really preventing me from allowing the love to come in. So I'm just going to inhale the love still through the nose. And when I exhale the bubble, like I exhale what is not the love that I want to be working with, the exhalation just blows that bubble away, okay? It's just like, I'm going to breathe away that negativity. Because that actually isn't who I am inside. That's actually not me. I really do want love. So I need to work on, like, inhale, exhale the resistance, okay? Inhale, exhale. What is that love harmony that is saying, I don't want to do this today? No, that's something you need to work on, because we actually all want to do this every single day. We totally do. So I'm going to connect with my spirit guides here. So I go into that blessing, and I do these breathing exercises. I want to tell you, like, a really super awesome technique, and the fact that you have just watched like 12 minutes and 30 seconds of this video means you're going to get a blessing, because you're going to learn another technique, okay? So the next technique is, we have the energy bodies, all right? They're energy bodies. We call them chakras. I do chakra removal services, but chakra removal, in my experience, actually breaks down the old chakra structure and enhances what is a totally new design of energetic expression. You still have energy bodies. Alas, then you still have chakras, but they're working at a massively high frequency, okay? So we have this mental body, okay? We could just start with mental body. We have this awesome access to the infinite universe, but a lot of us are in here, okay? A lot of us are deeply thinking, we're deeply hurting in our thoughts, because they're interconnected with our emotions at the exact same time. Interconnects with our heart, now interconnects with our throat, now interconnects with our sexual bodies and our grounding, and all this stuff is now interconnected, okay? Because our life is dynamic. It's extremely, extraordinarily dynamic. So now we're going to do a breathing exercise. I'm going to have you visualize this. Your third eye has a mouth and a face, okay? Just experience your third eye having a mouth and a face. If you're not good at visualization, you don't have to visualize. You can just experience in your heart. My third eye has a mouth and a face. I'm experiencing this inside my heart. Okay, perfect. So now the mouth is going to breathe in love directly into your mental body, okay? It's breathing in love. You can have a nose is breathing in the love, exhaling what is the harmony that I'm not choosing to work with. And you can define it if you want to. It's bad thoughts. It's negative thinking. It's memories. That hurt, or it's all that stuff. So we just inhale. You can even say, I want to open my third eye. I want to use my third eye more. So I'm going to inhale love and allow myself to see more clearly. So I exhale what is fear of seeing. The spirit realm, because I'm telling you, everybody's third eye is open. What's blocking you is yourself. You're afraid. Like, everybody is afraid, or we just don't realize how freaking natural it is to be connected to the spirit realm, and we just deduce that as normal human life. So there's something about you're not getting it yet, and so again, it's you. So you need some technique work, not really to remove the block. So you inhale the love that is going to give you the higher clarity to see how to make that connection, or to let go of the fear of that connection, whatever it is, okay? So now you're starting to inhale it right directly into this mental body, and you exhale, okay? You can also do a communications body is a big deal. Communications body is a big deal. It's self-expression, or fear of expressing yourself to very specific people even. You know, fear of telling your lover that you're unhappy about something, and it's kind of felt this way for the last few months, and you've not been able to say anything because you didn't want to hurt their feelings, because you really love this person, but you're noticing it and it feels weird to talk about it. So now we've got a little jam in here because we're putting fear in here and saying it's not time yet. That's your mind. That's divine timing in your head. That's not divine timing in your heart. Your heart says your lover wants to hear what you have to say. So just express yourself. And if your lover doesn't want to hear what you have to say, then there might be some imbalance there too, right? If your lover is going to judge you or make you feel bad for just speaking your heart in a loving and open way, and opportunity for them to grow, which is you growing together, that's not really a balanced relationship now, is it? Well, anyway, this too is an important place. So this has a little nose and a mouth, so we're going to inhale into the throat, okay? We if you can't visualize it, you just allow your heart to experience. The throat chakra has a nose and a mouth. I'm going to inhale the love into the space. Now I'm going to exhale what no longer serves my purpose, okay? Then just continue to do that. All right? Inhale. Exhale, okay? Inhale. Exhale, all right? So you actually inhale, exhale with your face, your human face, but you actually experience it also taking place simultaneously in this space. Well, this is also still inhaling and exhaling. You don't have to keep concentrating on it. You just say, you are still inhaling and exhaling love. And now it's going, and it's going, and it's going, and it's going. And this one now is going too. So we got that one inhaling and exhaling love, and we're going to go into the heart, right? So now the heart, we just inhale, exhale love. Heart is a pretty vulnerable place. And the more that we work with it, the more that we open it, okay? And we're not working with it now, we're putting strain on other places, because the mental body has a way of just, you know, it's ego, it's fear, it's overthinking things, resisting, and it's all based on thoughts that get intertwined with emotions that create fear in our speech, and that create fears all over the place, okay? So when we're working with our heart, our heart actually is so full of love that it unlodges the fear. Energy blocks are really just fear, all right? And then it's fear of judgment, it's fear of the memory created the fear, it's somebody else's fear that you're actually holding on to, and it's not even your stuff. It's all kinds of junk like that, and it's really like fear-based stuff. That's old earth stuff, right? Because old earth is, I'm afraid to be myself. We don't want diversity, even if we say we do, you know? It's like be just like everybody else, and everybody else is afraid to be themselves as well. So like the theme is don't be yourself. But New Earth is about creativity, self-expression, love for others and self, non-judgment, forgiveness, massive gifts of energy, healing for the human race. And I'm telling you, this stuff is on the horizon. I'm just a part of that. I'm a distant spiritual healer. So here I am. I can project my totality into your spiritual atmosphere and help you grow and expand, and help you to see how wonderful your soul is, help to get into the roots of your greatest vulnerabilities, so we can bring those to the surface and let them go, because you don't need to have that stuff anymore, because you're ascending. Everybody is. It's just how long it takes depends on how long people want to hold on to their fears. So get on the bandwagon, because it's happening right now. Let's start learning how to let go of fears, okay? So why don't we just go on down emotional gut region, all right? We just inhale, we got a little mouth there, a little face and all that. Emotional gut region, bam. It just feels a little vulnerable, so we just allow it to inhale, exhale. We're just inhaling the love, okay? Exhaling what no longer serves our purpose. Emotional gut region, my God, that thing gets jammed up and blocked up with so much hurts, so much pain, so much anguish. So we just got to let that stuff go, okay? Here's another bubble of my hurts, and I don't know what they all are, but I know they're they're the reason why I can't go to the bathroom, or I got acid reflux, or my digestion isn't right. I'm constipated all the time, whatever it might be. So emotional blocks are hardcore, heavy duty on the stomach and the gut. And that creates issues all over the place. And we are emotional beings, especially people who are really naturally psychic, super amazing empathic people. But if you're not living in your heart and you're an empathic person, oh my God, look out. Because you got to be in the flow of the love and no judgment reality. And just in the harmony and the peace of self-love. Massive have to be in self-love and acceptance of everybody else too. Acceptance of their choices, of their behaviors. It's not you, it's them, okay? And just let them have their emotions. Let them have their junk. You don't have to feel that. It doesn't have to be a part of you. Their shortcomings don't have to be your shortcomings. And this could be family members. The way you were raised was a little too harsh because you're freaking sensitive. You're empathic. You're picking up on all this stuff and you don't realize that you're just bringing it into you and you're trying to carry it for them and they're not working on their stuff and now you feel even worse. So we get a lot of jam in here, okay? Oh, energy bubble right here, okay? This is all old, garbagey emotions. The memory feels like a thought, right? But it's an emotional thought too, and it's in our heart as well. It's all this stuff. So we get it jammed in our gut, and so it's time to inhale the love, exhale what no longer serves our purpose. Okay, and now we're just going to that heavy thing. We just get that heavy thing out. All right, and you can even do this. Actually get active with it, like you're doing yoga, but we're doing the energy breathing yoga. Energy breathing yoga is, oh God, I got an energy block, and I'm gonna inhale, exhale, and this is me actively letting go what no longer serves my purpose, and me choosing to say I love myself today. Being self-love is not being selfish. I tell people this a lot because that was really hard for me to learn that. I don't need love. I just know everybody else does. So I'm just going to give. And that's going to just wring you dry. So you need to start realizing that your harmony, your balance is your essential to changing your life, to changing the world, to everything. So when you're in harmony, now you can be that much stronger to help the world. All right. So we got that out of there. So there's this little energy pocket down here in the lower abdominal region. So we're just gonna do inhale, exhale with that. That one's kind of a mystery to me because it doesn't show up a lot, and I often see the sexual body, when I do energy work for a sexual body, apparently it's supposedly in your lower back, which I do resonate with that, but I also just see it because the divine feminine womb or, genitalia is sort of in the front of us. So when I do energy work, it just gravitates me there. So it's not necessarily about where the energy body is located, it's about where the hurt is located. So sometimes I see the hurt is located in this lower abdominal space, but I also can see it located in the lower back too. And I believe this lower abdominal space is about grounding, but I do not read stuff. I just do the energy work and then I learn. And I'm starting to learn about chakras from doing energy work on people, and I'm starting to get it in my own way so I can just talk about it in my own way, all right? So here we have this little energy space, and we're gonna learn about it we're gonna inhale the love, exhale what no longer serves our purpose. You see, it's taken me a long time to do this with you only because I'm talking through it, okay? But if you just did this, literally 5 minutes, light them up. They all have mouths, all of a sudden, backside, all have the mouths, inhale, exhale. I can get really complex with this as well. So we'll just go ahead and finish inhaling and then exhaling with this space. So inhale the love, exhale what no longer serves my purpose. Starting to feel really stabilized. Starting to feel like I am the center of my own universe, which is the spine, right? Feels wonderful. Now we're gonna go ahead and the base of the spine, I always see it in lower back, but we're gonna go ahead and see a face, a mouth, a nose, and all that. So we're gonna inhale in that space, love. Exhale what no longer serves our purpose. Inhale, love. Exhale. It's funny because you might see one of these faces coughing, or just you know, or it turns blue, or because it's sad, or maybe you're it's like, oh my gosh, I am actually experiencing the face and it looks like it's sick. It's like, wow, we're finding a space within you that needs the love right now. It needs, like, totally needs the love right now. So you just continue to inhale the love into that face, and then exhale what no longer serves its purpose. And you can even bring that face forward as like a little baby, and then you just cradle that little baby in your arms, and this is you holding and loving that part of your energy field. That's so valuable. That's so freaking valuable. So you do that. So there's like a harmony. Inhale, love. Exhale what no longer serves our purpose. I feel like I'm meant to kind of talk about the sexual body a little bit. It's kind of one of those, like, human beings just don't want to talk about that, and it's not really appropriate for public or something. But I will say the human race, because we're so afraid to be ourselves, now sexuality gets vulnerable, because how can we really express our sexuality if we are afraid to be ourselves? And how can we really express our sexuality if we don't love ourselves? If we don't love our bodies? If we aren't choosing to nourish our emotions and our minds? So how's our sexuality going to be imbalanced? And we're talking about the spine here. We're talking about Kundalini here. We're talking about the center of our universe here. Like, the heart is the center of our universe, but we're talking, this is also very important, because this is activating, this is purifying the soul, this is healing the soul. So how are we healing our souls right now with sexuality? I mean, it's really becoming a disturbing zone in this world that we live in today. And it's often in the media all over the place, and kids are growing up really confused about what balanced sexuality is, because the world is still so stuck on being afraid of self-expression. The more and more and more we are afraid, the more our kids are picking up on that vibe. Even if we express ourselves as confident and everything else, our kids are still picking up on the vibe, because our kids are ridiculous sponges that absorb things that we don't even know how amazing they are. They're just, like, really sensitive to reading between the lines through energy, through feelings. And now they're growing up in a world where, you know, there's really twisted sexual things coming out in the media, coming out in the schools with the younger generations, and even, like, kids in elementary. And it's just like, what is going on here, you know? But it starts with us. Our kids are watching us, and they're looking for us for healing, for understanding, for their own personal growth and development. And if we're afraid to be ourselves, they're going to be afraid to be themselves too, and they're going to be confused. So there's an inspiration to talk about this. You see how important this conversation is? Do you see why this is so valuable? It's really valuable. And body love is emotional love, is mental love, is the whole kit and caboodle. And don't put body love on the side burner. Just don't do it. I did it for a long time. And in the end, now here I'm coming to a place where it's like, my body needs nourishment. My body's been through the ringer. All these memories, all these choices in my life, all this hurt and pain and obsession was like, you know, I hardly slept. I drank a lot of coffee. I was always trying to do a million things at once. And it was just so hard on my body, So I'm getting to a place here again where I'm, like, regularly self-healing, and I do it like blessing your body is the easiest form of just doing it several times a day. It literally takes just a minute or two to do that. Just simply saying kind words to yourself for 3 minutes total. You know, one minute in the morning, 1 minute at lunch, 1 minute in the afternoon. Seriously, your body only gets 3 minutes of time. 3 minutes of your loving attention. I'm telling you, that's more than a lot of people do. That's more than I've done my whole life. up until now. It puts things into perspective, doesn't it? So, bless your body. Next thing is, if you want to take it a step further, visualize the energy faces, okay? Allow them to breathe in the love, exhale what no longer serves their purpose. And this really will revamp the flow of energy, like all across your totality, okay? And it's going to help you to see things psychically, because you're psychic in your heart. This is a tool, but it's not the whole biz. It's in your heart. Your heart is what is going to unleash the awareness. Because I could do journeys on people and be totally blind. I could actually close my third eye and walk around someone's spiritual atmosphere and just feel it out the whole time. And it will still come into visualization, because your heart is your freaking brain, man. Your heart is your third eye. Your heart is so much. Your heart is your whole soul journey. Your heart is the infinite universe. Your heart is the infinite Akashic records. Your heart is your higher self. Your heart is all this stuff. Your brain is your humanity. Your brain is your finite side. Your human eyes are your finite side. This reason this thing is invisible, because it sees the invisible world. Well, we don't have to use it. We can just use our hearts for everything. And if you use your heart, you're going to start experiencing that this stuff is opening up now. I don't want to take too long here. We're getting into 30 minutes, and I don't want to like make it too long. So I'm going to quickly tell you that chakras are pretty infinite and kind of cool in that way that we can see them on the front, but they're also in the back too. So they're like a full, like, they go here and they go there and stuff that, like, there's a reason why there could be an energy block on the back of your head as opposed to in the front. There's an energy block in the back of your heart as opposed to the front. There could be reasons why this. I also see, I mean, there's all kinds of different layers to our totality. So, I mean, I could go deeper and deeper and deeper into this conversation, but I don't know that it's really appropriate. So we'll just start with the basic stuff, okay? We just start with this basic stuff. And if you want to learn more stuff, then you can just contact me on my website, and then I can work with you one-on-one with this. Another thing that I do is I do journeys. So I do journeys on myself. So I do journeys on people that change people's lives. And the more of that heavy, dense stuff you get out of there, the lighter you feel. But there's always more stuff to work on. That's how incredibly infinite we are. People just think, one thing is going to just be, it's just, I just want to take a pill that'll help me lose weight. Well, that's not working on yourself. That's just wanting to forget on working on yourself. It's just a quick fix. Like, this is the rest of my life. I'll be healing my body and my mind and my spirit and all that for the rest of my life. And the more I raise my vibration, the more I help you raise your vibration. Because I can only heal people as well as I have healed myself. So that's why it's so essential that I keep healing myself, so I'm a more powerful healer for you. But the more you heal yourself, the more expanded you become, the more aware of your heart, the more you start working with your heart, the more connected to the spirit realm you are, and the more you are ascended and free flowing, and now divine timing is all about love timing. And it's freaking awesome. So I do regular journeys on myself, really long ones or really short ones, whatever my body needs. I go for walks. I do regular walks because nature is a reflection of who I am, and nature reminds me of who I am, and nature heals me. Just simply by looking at nature, I heal. And just looking at this place, it's like, this is who I am inside and out. This is who I am, inside and out. I am this beauty. I am this radiating beauty. And this is the love that I have to share. This is what I have to share with humanity. This nature, this beautiful nature. And if you can't say that about yourself, now we found an energy thing. Now we found a negative bubble. So we got to let that bubble go, because this is the truth about you too. It's the truth about all of us. It's the truth that we were never told our whole lives. And you find this out when you start working with your heart. So I'm going to just stop there. If any of you are interested in working with me one-on-one, if you want to talk about this, or you want me to do energy work on you, or you want a psychic mentoring session, I do all kinds of stuff. So I encourage you to visit me and book a session in at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. And thank you all for watching. I wish you all a super wonderful, awesome, happy day. Lots of love and blessings to you. And I'll just see you in the next video.